enough flaming ones for now. Are you sure it didn't burn you?
Get ready to return to Genovia because Mia Thermopolis is back. It's been nearly 2 years since The Princess Diaries 3 was officially announced, but the silence was loud after that initial announcement as it wasn't clear if Anne Hathaway and the other main cast members would return. But now the updates are all coming in. Here are all the latest details about The Princess Diaries 3. Can you believe that The Princess Diaries 2 Royal Engagement came out in 2004? I was like 5 years old back then. As years passed after the second movie, our hopes for a third one diminished, especially after 2016 when Gary Marshall, who directed the first two movies, passed away. But our hopes were revived in 2019 when Anne Hathaway talked about the developments behind the scenes during an interview.
There is a script. I want to do it. Julie wants to do it. Deborah Martin Chase, our producer, wants to do it. We all really want it to happen. It's just we don't want to do it unless it's perfect.
So even as back as 2019, they were writing a script, but it took 3 more years for Disney to finally reveal that the third movie was in development. Yet around this time, Anne's return was not confirmed. We had to wait 2 years for that. Back in April, she spoke to V Magazine about the sequel and hinted at good things happening. We're in a good place, there's nothing to announce yet, but we're in a good place. Only last month, Anne took to social media and shared this wonderful clip while making her announcement.
A princess? Shut up!
Shut up!
Shut up!
The caption for the video was "Miracles Happen. Back to Genovia with Disney Studios and Somewhere Pictures. The fairy tale continues." I am so happy about this, but one part of me says, of course, this movie cannot happen without Nicholas. As you know, Mia becoming the queen without needing a husband was the perfect ending to the second movie, but still, a romance between Mia and Nicholas was hinted at as we saw him cheer her on when she was being crowned. He has to be there. So will Chris Pine be in it? In an interview, Chris made it seem like he didn't know anything about it. At first he said, "I don't know anything," and added, "Call Disney, call Bob Iger to make it happen." He was then asked for a clear answer, but he avoided the question.
So is the answer you're in? If they
The
ask.
answer is like, honestly, I don't know anything about it. I think it's fantastic.
All right, well,
In another interview, Chris again said that he didn't know anything about it. In fact, the first time he heard about the news was from Anne's social media announcement. Why is Disney doing this? Is this another Spider-Man case? Do you remember how Andrew Garfield lied about his involvement in Spider-Man 3 and then he was in the movie? Is the same thing happening with Chris? I hope so, because otherwise, I'd rather not get the movie, honestly.
Chris Pine has to be in Princess Diaries 3, and he has to look just like this.
I disagree with that one, but it was funny nonetheless. Well, what about Julie Andrews? I might give some bad news with this one. I showed you the clip where Anne revealed how she and Julie wanted to do the third movie, but this was back in 2019, and it looks like Julie changed her mind. In December 2022, she said, "I think we know that it's probably not going to be possible." It was talked about very shortly after the second sequel came out, but it's now how many years since then? And I am that much older, and Annie, the princess or queen, is so much older. And I am not sure where it would float or run. The same year, Julie had also remarked that she was hesitant to return because the director Gary Marshall would not be here to shoot the third film. It looks like Julie believes Gary's direction was one of the most important aspects that made the first two films great. And I should remind you that Julie hasn't appeared on screen since 2017. She has been voice acting for sure for shows like Bridgerton, as you probably know. So, do you think she will return? Her IMDb page shows her as returning, but also has rumored in brackets. So, no one knows about it, I guess. I mean, I do want her to return, but she's also 89 years old, which makes it understandable if she doesn't want to be involved in a Disney movie that will probably take too long to film. What about other less depressing details? Well, the director is Adele Lim, who has directed Raya and the Last Dragon, Crazy Rich Asians, and Joyride. And the screenwriter for the third film is Flora Greason, who is only known for writing the 2020 movie The High Note. I don't know why the movie is being handed to someone we've never heard of. At least Meg Cabot, the author of the Princess Diaries books, talked about Flora and the script she wrote. This script, written by the immensely funny and talented Flora Greason, is great, whether you love the book Princess Mia, the movie version, or both. It not only made me laugh, it filled me with a warm, happy feeling. You should also know that the producer of the first two films, Deborah Martin Chase, is also back. So I have a good feeling things won't be so different if Chris and Julie return too, of course. I feel like the fact that Disney does not announce the return of either Chris Pine or Julie Andrews means that they're trying to keep the excitement for the movie high at all times. I have a feeling they will announce things slower to elevate excitement. What do you think? I just know that as soon as the trailer for the movie comes out, I will bawl my eyes out. And if I don't see Queen Clarice, I'm gonna be heartbroken.
A queen is never late. Everyone else is simply early.
What are your expectations for the sequel, by the way? Do tell me in the comments. For more info on The Princess Diaries 3 and my predictions, check out this video.